Good morning. So now time is 8:45. We start by 9 o'clock. Okay. So please inform your friends also. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Prabhakar. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. You start by 9 o'clock. Okay. Thank you. Hello. Yeah. Good morning to everyone. I think I'm audible to you. Everyone can hear my voice.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. What about others? I think Karthik responded. Everybody's hearing my voice. Or any problem in my voice and everything?
No, sir. It's
It's
audible.
audible. Right. Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you. I think we will proceed today. We'll start the session today. So last week, in last session, we discussed about 4 units and the importance of the ship agency management and how it happens and everything. So we completed the first 4 units in the unit 4. And for better understanding, you can refer the notes of the Tamil Nadu Open University also. So right, and use the PPT also for your reference, right? And we'll start with the unit 5. Today we'll start with unit 5 and end with unit 8 also. So today we'll completing the ship agency management subject, right? I will share the PPT now. Just 1 minute. Yeah. It's visible, na?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. So we'll start. Unit 5, according to the syllabus, the appointment process and services offered by port agent. So this is a unit 5, how it happens, what are the things involved there. So we'll continue with this. So anyone can tell me about the last session? What are the points, maybe overall view of unit 4? What are the things we discussed? Anyone? Overall view of the last session or summary of the session. Yeah. Anyone can tell me? You just say and tell me also.
The duties and the rights of the agents.
Duties and rights of the agent. Great. Yes. Any other? Yes. Great.
And declarations forms from
Declaration
IMO.
forms. IMO forms. Yes. I think I saw the website also, right? I think
Yes, sir.
yeah. That's
And
very
creation of agency, brokers.
brokers. Great. Yes. Karthik. Karthik. Yeah.
Yes, the difference between general agents, special agents.
Yeah. Differences.
Yes, sir.
Different types. Special agents. Like okay. Great.
And the rights and duties of the agents.
Yes. Great. I think yes. Any other ones to discuss? That's all.
Then
Yeah.
types of agents.
Types of agents, ma'am. Yeah. Okay. Great. Right. I think so. Everyone noticed, and I think some knowledge has been gone to you people, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. So we'll start with this today's session. So by unit wise, we'll go one by one. Appointment process and services offered by port agent. See this. Process of appointment of port agency. Selection of port agent is the topic. Yeah. See this, a tramp ship owner having plans to charter his ship in a particular trade, right? A ship owner having plans to charter his ship, right? In a particular trade, like loading in 1 or 2 ports in Europe and discharging in 1 or 2 ports in India. So they happen between India and Europe, the trade between. So needs to select a port agent quickly in order to understand the cost likely to be incurred when the ship eventually calls the concerned port, right? So agent is called, normally we discussed about the special agent, port agent, right? Besides cost, it also advisable to obtain information about the port conditions, right? Like a berth availability, congestion, or bunch of vessels, political instability, strike situation, etc. So here, political instability is also plays an important role. I think you people know that political instability. What do you feel the political instability in Tamil Nadu? Anyone? Because some of people uh, in shipping, I think Prabhakar sir is there, right? So how do you feel about that in Chennai? Port agents or port people?
Yes, sir. Port
Yeah,
agent,
I think
as you
problem.
said, all
I'm
the
talking about
influences
political
are,
instability and port agent. Yeah, yeah. Tell
yes,
me.
yes. Because if you see, everything come about money only at last.
Yes,
So as per
definitely.
the company ability, they select the agent, and according to them, they they do all the relevant activities, and sometimes uh, the berth availability with respect to that.
Hmm, hmm,
Because if you see per day value of ship by trading, it may goes around crores. So by
hmm.
wasting time in anchorage or relevant to that, unnecessary loss to the company. So
Okay,
selecting berth
right.
as soon as possible is plays a major role in respect of profit. So in
Yes,
that aspect, agents holds
hmm,
a big picture, because they know
definitely.
locally, they know the backbone,
Hmm,
and of course
hmm,
nowadays cannot do much, but still they have a
hmm,
certain percentage of role in this. So
hmm.
for doing those things, small companies they cannot afford to do all those things, but still big companies they can do.
Yeah,
uh,
definitely.
uh,
Hmm,
so those big companies, by appointing top quality and top rated agents, they have all influence
hmm.
with local authorities. And by the
Okay,
way, they do the early uh, availability of birth. By the way,
okay. Hmm. So, what is the interference of the political? Any idea on that? The political is interference will be there.
political, yes, of course, because all the ports, no, sir, because since it is
Hmm,
private port, of course, political may not interfere that much. But
hmm,
the ports
hmm,
like
hmm,
Chennai and Tuticorin, all government operated ports,
hmm,
uh,
hmm.
master, and there still chances, because
Hmm.
once the availability is given by uh, from company, or the ETS given by the master, those things
Okay,
can still manipulate, and they can do at limited alterations.
okay,
Those things
right.
possible in government operated ports, but whereas in
Yes.
private,
Hmm,
mostly it's neglected,
hmm.
since they operate
Okay,
that much efficiently, and all are in black and white. All everything
okay.
listed in website itself. When they're
Hmm,
supposed to when they're supposed to departure, how much cargo they're handling.
hmm.
By considering that, they will give the expected time of departure,
Right,
and
definitely.
they put a black and white, so cannot
Okay.
manipulate that much. Whereas in
Yes.
still in government related codes, some sort of influence is there from political.
Okay. Right. So yes, great. I think the Prabhakar sir has given right overall view of that. Yes, port agent and political instability. Yes. But sometimes he rightly told only the government related ports that issues will be there. Private ports not an issue. So that is one of the example, right? Varies about the various port conditions, political instability, the strike, etc. Right? Prior to negotiating the charter hire. So these are the conditions should be taken care. Port agents are ideally poised to provide all this information and update as appropriate. Before making a selection of port agent, a prudent ship owner will make the short list of potential appointees and will eventually select one agent from the shortlist. So See this, before making the selection of port agent, a prudent ship owner, right? Principal, right? I think you will remember that terms. Principal will make the short list of potential appointees and eventually select one agent from the short list, right? Great. So I will give you this exam here. Before making this sentence, no? The last sentence. Apart from the ship, what comes into your mind normally before making the selection? Anything comes into your mind? Generally functioning, a general function of the organization. My question is clear for you? See this, before making the selection of port agent, a prudent ship owner will make a short list of potential employees and will eventually select one agent from the short list. Okay, right. So this concept, I'm talking about the last sentence, where it fits actually, what comes into your mind in organization? The same concept. Think about this concept. It's a very beautiful concept. So it can apply to the organization at any levels, right? What any example comes into your mind? That's what I'm asking. Anyone can try.
So the owner can try to hire the agent like
No.
experience.
Yeah, yes, Karthi. Don't think about that part. Everything's fine. I think this sentence clear about that.
Okay.
Any relate, don't think about the ship, everything. Common things I'm asking about that. Anything comes into your mind. Shortlisting, I'll give the clue actually. Before selection, shortlisting of potential appointees, right? And eventually select one agent. So this concept is applicable to at any level in the organization, right? Suppose I'll give you an example. Suppose you want to purchase office stationery, right? Stationery. I'm talking about stationery. Stationery is very important for any organization, right? And you want to purchase a ream of papers, A4 papers, because for the printing purpose, photocopy purpose, a lot of various users. So how will you do that? You need more number of A4 ream papers per month. You take about the month. What do you do actually?
Checking quality.
Checking quality. Any other? Management will consider about the quality or any other. What they consider?
Knowledge.
Which one? My knowledge. Paper.
No, paper. Okay.
A4 paper. I'm talking a very simple example. A4 ream. That's all. Because any organization, the paper is very important, right? For office purpose. Or one is quality. Any other? What normally organization focus on the part to run the organization? The first priority.
Cost.
Yes, cost effectiveness, cost minimization, right? Cost effectiveness. So always management focus on the cost effectiveness. Now tell me, I think you got the picture. So what would you do? A4 ream is there, right? In a shop, A4 ream paper is there. What they will do now? The same concept only. I'm talking about the same concept. So simple thing. They collect vendors, A4 supplies, paper supplies. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, they get the quotation from
In terms of
quotes.
various quotations from different people, right? The same brand, because you talk about the brand like A4, JK paper. So you can go for that with the different suppliers, vendors. Then you finally select the best one in terms of price, in terms of quality. So quotations like that. Simple thing. Why I'm telling as a management of people, quotation is very important, and vendors also very important. The same thing here. The ship owner, the selection of port agent plays an important role, right? Already you people know that instead of he is act like a ship owner, port agent acts as a ship owner, right? All the activities will be carried out. So very much important, sensitive also. So you should be very careful in that. So you know about the importance and everything, criterias. So according to that, you should select the port agent. Clear? Are you clear? Right. So I given the example also clear for you people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Normally quotations from like maximum 5. Normally in organization 5, minimum 3, maximum 5. That's the normal thumb rule actually. From that they will decide on the decisions. Right. I move to next slide. Yeah. So if the port with agent appointed is not familiar to the ship owner, it will not be easy for him to make the shortlist. In such cases, the following approaches can be made by the ship owner to identify the reputed agents. So, see, if the port agent is not familiar, so these are the reasons now, right? By referring to the promotional materials and reports received from the various ship agents and collecting the agent's information for the intended port, how he is doing, the ship owner, right? By referring to the charters from the intended port and asking them for introducing ship agents known to them, right? So this ship owner seeking help or seeking the information from various sources, right? By referring to the directory of international ship agency networks, multiport, ESPA, etc. These are the agency works, and obtaining the name of the agent serving the intended port. So how he is collecting the data. So that is very important. Before appointing the agent, the information has been done properly. Then finally the shortlist has been made. If this case is not familiar to the ship owner, if the agent is not familiar to the ship owner, right? Okay. I think you are clear, na? Right. So are you people are noting or note down the important hints actually that will be
Yes.
useful for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Instead of writing everything, just write the important hints or in a bullet points. It will be useful for you. Right. Once you finished, you just tell me. I'll move to the next slide. Yeah. So these are very important points in terms of ship owner. Okay. I move to the next slide.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See this again. It's continued that by contacting one of multinational ship agency companies, this Gulf agency, suppose the example, Gulf agency company, in Cape Shipping Services, Wilsman shipping agencies, to see whether they have any office in the intended port. Right? So by asking one of the existing agents in any country to recommend an agent serving the intended port. Port agents normally establish relationship with agents in other ports for each other to their principals. See that's the importance of the ship agency network. This sort of relationship is known as business cooperation. What do you mean by business cooperation? Port agents normally establish relationship with the agents in other ports and will refer each to other to the principals. Right? By referring to FONABSA, right, Federation of National Association of Ship Brokers and Agents, right, FONASBA, and this is one of the federation like association or the ship brokers and agents. So what they do by referring to FONASBA and ascertaining whether the intended country has a national association of ship agents, and if it is the case, check whether any ship agents are operating in the intended port. So from various sources, right? So always remember FONASBA is one of the strongest federation of association, national association. So through that also, ship owner or principal can refer or contact. By posting the trade publications, the Lloyd's list, fair play, trade winds, etc., and making a note of ship agents' advertisements. So these are the publications, the publications related to the ship agencies and everything, shipping industries. So they'll get the ship agents notification and advertisements. By attending the ship industry events, already people know that events means like seminars, conference, exhibitions, etc. Normally, if you're attending any seminar or conference, that network, you can have that network, you can interact with the different people, right? So that is the same thing happened here also. By referring to the internet search engines, though it is listed as the last option, nowadays internet search is invariably done to see the web presence of any potential because service provider and port agency is no exception. So though it is listed as the last option nowadays, they mention like instead of going and meeting the people, internet we can get more number of information, but that authentication, everything is question mark and everything. Reliability is a question mark and everything. So maybe you can use that also by referring to internet search engines, internet through internet. But it's a least one actually, last option, because a lot of things are there, right? Various contacts, FONASBA, everything is there. Publications are there. So that will give the authentication, reliable data to the principal or ship owner instead of going for searching in the internet. But that also can be used as a source. Clear? So kindly note down this abbreviation part and everything. What you mean by FONASBA, right? Once you finish, just tell me. I'll move to next slide. What do you mean by business cooperation? That is also important. Okay, finished?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll move next slide. All are completed, like madam's also there. Completed, ma'am. Okay. So I move next.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, right. Thank you. Next one. Yeah. So this, see this next one. Having developed a shortlist, the next step is to contact agents, shortlisted agents, and provide them with the particulars of the ship and ask them to prepare a pro forma disbursement account, which will contain all the costs likely to be incurred by the ship owner. Right? Pro forma PDA, pro forma disbursement account. In addition to the PDA, ship owners will also ask the shortlisted agents for prospects of berthing and other relevant information. Yes, berthing plays an important role, berthing information. After receiving the replies, the shortlist can further reduce to 2 or 3 agents, and from them, among them, the final selection can be made. See this, how the selection, right? That's the thing we are discussing, how the selection is filtering, right? So from like a 10 to 5, 5 to 3, and 3 to 1 best. So this is a filtering process. Like you know that funnel method, you know that funnels. What is the any idea about that funnel? Think about the funnel. You heard funnel, right? You've seen the funnel also. What is the any idea on that funnel and this selection and everything? Just think about the small funnel. Huh? Funnel is there. Funnel and the selection process. because it's one of the technique used in the HR, human resource people, human resource management also. The same technique followed by other people also. Anything comes to your mind, think about the funnel in your mind, right? Think about the funnel and the selection process. Think about the agents, right? What comes in the last actually? Anything, any answers? I don't want any right answers, anything. Normally, I'll tell you my students, right? I don't want any right answers or wrong answers. It's an answer, that's all, right? Everything contains the equal weightage, right? So just tell me what comes into your mind. No idea. Any answers? Anybody can try. Funnel. What you'll do with the funnel normally, where it is used, I'll take one more clue. Where it is used normally? For what purpose funnels are used? Yeah. Somebody has messaged me. Right. Yeah, Kaustubh, I'm told about filtration. Yes, great. Filtration. Okay. How, now you can tell me correlate with this filtration and part. What is the final output? It's a filtration process in HR, right? So what is the final output? How it happens? Okay, I will one more clue I will give you now, people. So pouring the water right into the funnel, or pouring the liquid, pouring the petrol or diesel or anything in the liquid form, you can pouring the liquid into the funnel, right? What happens? What is the final thing it comes from the funnel?
Is that about the best output?
Pardon? Yeah, voice. Okay. Yeah.
Is that about the best output?
Best thing, yes. But normally you are pouring the water into the funnel. Just think about that.
Okay.
So what comes in the last actually? The bottom. Top, you are pouring the water, right? Bottom.
Final output.
Suppose you are pouring a liters of water, right? What happens in the finally? You are pouring liters of water. But what happens to the thing? Or okay, 1 tumbler of water. What happens? That 1 tumbler of water comes immediately, or how it comes there?
By buying.
Which one, ba?
By buying the water.
No, buying the water, yeah, that's the thing, na? Like 500 ml or 1 liter of water you are pouring, right, on the top of the funnel. End, you are collecting some water. Bottom, maybe the funnel shape, right? Funnel size, shape, and everything is also there. Sometimes it comes as a droplets also. Think about that. The end of the funnel. Are you accepting with that? The shape of the funnel is also different. So droplets also comes there, or the liquid can be come out with more force, right? So normally what happens here? Normally the funnels means that the droplets will come there and everything. So the droplets, right, become agents. The correct selection of the people, right selection of the people in the HR also. The same thing, agent selection happens like that. I'm giving example only. It's a filtration technique. I am Kausalya madam also mentioned the chat box. It's a filtration technique. So normally the funnel based selection process also happen. At least people should know that. It's not a mandatory. At least you should know the concept of how it happens. The same thing applicable here also. The final droplets become a value to the company, value to the ship owners, principals, everything. Clear? Are you clear with that?
Yes, sir.
Final droplet is important
Yes,
in
sir.
the filtration. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, right. So please note down this PDA, pro forma disbursement account. That plays an important role for the ship owners because they expect that lot from the ship agents. So preparation of the PDO. Next, I'll move to next slide. I think you can note it down. Next one, I'll move to next one. Yeah. Port agency agreement. Next topic in this unit, port agency agreement. The FONASBA, again, once again, please note it down. Federation of National Association of Shipbrokers and Agents. Definition of agent means a port agent being member of the National Association of Shipbrokers and Agents, which is a member of FONASBA and is accepted as an appointment to act on behalf of the ship owner under the standard FONASBA term conditions. Okay, clear? I think you people know that agents act as a owner. So according to the FONASBA. According to FONASBA, owner when used with reference to any vessel means the registered owner, manager, managing agent, master or other person in charge of the vessel. Okay, that also carried out in FONASBA. The standard port agency conditions developed by FONASBA are given below. These are the standard conditions prepared by and developed by FONASBA. The agent shall be the agent of the owner, whether or not nominated by the charterer in accordance with the charter party provisions, and shall exercise due care and diligence in performing services for and on behalf of the owner. Already you people know that the importance of agent, various agents and how he acts. Unless otherwise stated in writing, the agent acts at times as agent for on behalf of the owner and has authority to place orders with the suppliers as agent for the owner. The agent shall not be personally liable to pay any debts due to suppliers from the owner. Right? So unless otherwise stated in writing, the agents act at times as agents for on behalf of the owner. So these are the general agreements between the port agent and the owners, port agent and the principals. Right? Just kindly note it down. Very simple thing. FONASBA, how FONASBA plays a role here. So the conditions laid down by FONASBA and everyone should follow that. Even ship owners also should know that. Even port agents also should know that. Okay. Yeah. I'll move next slide. Right. Yeah. In return for his activities, next one, next condition. Yeah. Agent shall be remunerated with an agreed fee in respect of customary and expected services provided to the vessel. The agent is also entitled to reimbursement of reasonable out-of-pocket expenses. By mutual agreement, the agent shall also be entitled to an additional fee, the fee of unexpected occurrences creating additional work or delay to the vessel. So everything that reimbursement and like out-of-pocket expenses, and one more thing, mutual agreement should be happened, right? The agent also entitled to an additional fee also, so the agent should able to bear that cost also. So these are things, the normal things happen everywhere. So that has become a mutual agreement between the port agent and the ship owner. Next functions, next conditions. The agent shall be entitled to deduct from the sums held by for the owner's account to any amount due from the owner. The agent shall take care to ensure the pro forma disbursement account is accurate as possible. I already told about that. PDA. Every agent, import agent should prepare. Ship owner asked to prepare the PDA also. What are the expenses and everything? So agent should be very careful in preparing in PDA. Right? The PDA is, however, only an estimate, and the actual disbursement account, known as the final disbursement account, may and often does, for various reasons beyond the agent's control, vary from pro forma disbursement. Final disbursement account is also there, right? PDA is also there. The owner is required and is liable to pay on demand the full amount described and shown in the actual disbursement account. See, this also the pro forma PDA become an estimate, and finally it may be differs, it may be varies the final disbursement account also. So that will be happened mutual agreement between the mutual relationship between the agent and ship owner. The actual disbursement has been done. That's the thing I already talked about that. Business cooperations, everything will happen properly. The liability of the agent to the owner in respect of any negligent act, error, or omission committed by the agent, his directors or employees, shall not exceed the amount of 2.5 times agency fees payable by the owner to the agent in respect of the vessel, which fees shall be deemed earned in any event. Right? So any errors, any negligence happened, so that agency fees, 2.5 times the agency fees payable by the owner to the agent in respect of the vessel. So these are the conditions. Right. I'll go next slide. The owner, next condition, everything is continue. Okay. The owner shall indemnify the agent against all third-party claims, charges, losses, damages, and expenses that the agent may incur. This indemnify shall not extend to matters arising by the reason of the negligence or willful misconduct of the agent. If the owner fails to make payment in full of any sums due to the agent on demand or within any period agreed in writing, the agent shall be entitled to recover interest on any sums outstanding at the rate of 2% above. Right? LIBOI, that's the London Interbank offered rate of interest, applicable during the period when the sums are outstanding. See this, if the owner fails to, simple thing, if the owner fails to make payment due to the agent in terms of writing, everything is mentioned, agreement in terms of writing, everything will be mentioned in the agreement. So the agent shall be entitled to cover that, to recover that with interest also. So everything's mentioned in that. According to that, they follow that. So normally they recover with along with the interest, because loss happened, right? At the rate of 2% above LIBOR, that's standard thing. London Interbank offered rate of interest they mentioned. So definitely this condition should be followed by all the agents, because like charges or damages, losses, anything will happen. So normally damages will happen regularly, frequently. So how to overcome that? This is the way, right? The owner undertakes with the agent that no claim or allegation of any kind shall be made against any of the agent's directors, officers, or employees, hereafter collectively called the beneficiaries, for any loss, damage, or delay of whatsoever kind arising directly or indirectly from any negligent act. Right? Delay also, right? Error or omission of the beneficiaries, the performance of the services, the subject of these conditions. The beneficiaries shall have the benefit of this undertaking and entering into the contract the agent to the extent of this provision. So not only on his own behalf, but also as agent or trustee for beneficiaries. Okay. So this thing also very important. Beneficiaries, it's mentioned, any of the agent's directors, officers, or employees. So any loss, damage, or happened, so it should be liable to pay. Okay. I'll give you a small example for this. How many of them like sports here? Sports, cricket, or cricket, in the sports cricket. How many of them like here? I can't see your
Everyone will like.
pictures. Yeah, Karthik, Karthik?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Karthik, like everyone likes cricket. Okay, Karthik told about he likes cricket. Okay. So I'll give you an example here. Suppose how this cricket matches happened. Suppose 20 overs match or 50 overs match. Think about that. What is the condition to perform this match? General condition, not for India, not for England or anything, not for other country. Generally, what is the condition? See, this we are discussing about the conditions for the ship agent, port agents, and ship owners and employees. A lot of things, right? So, what is the condition here? Anyone? Any guess on that, or anyone knows about that? Cricket match, 50 overs match between any two countries. So I think about India and England. What is that? I'm correlating, just that's all, right? I'm correlating with this simple manner, with a simple example, because everyone likes cricket. Yeah. Anyone can tell me what is a normal condition? Suppose 50 overs match is there, right? India is now bowling to England. The first session, 2 sessions will be there. First session and 2 sessions. So first session, India is bowling 50 overs or anything, right? 50 overs. So what is the condition there? Any guess? Anybody knows about that?
Sir, in one day match, they have a limited over.
Okay, limited
Kind of,
over. Limited
yes, sir,
over in the sense 50 overs, right?
Yes, the limited over international rules on is there in cricket.
Okay. So what they will do? What the country should do? The playing team. It's a limited over match, right? 50 overs.
Yes, sir.
Right. What the country will do? Or
Sir,
the team
they,
will.
So they put some timings.
Yes. Timings. Timings are very important. Okay. So great. I think a great answer. If timing is not performed or not properly maintained, what happens? The delay in bowling, right?
Yes, sir.
Delay in bowling should not happen actually. Otherwise, what happens? Penalized. The team will be penalized. The whole team will penalized, fined, right? The same thing. The delay should be avoided. Sometimes in a match also, it will happen accidentally or wantedly, right? So these type of things should be avoided. So entire team will be penalized. So how that condition should be avoided, you should work properly, right? So that is very important thing in the ship agency management and porters responsibility, agents responsibility also. Yeah. Okay. Are you clear with that? I'm given a simple example for that. I want to correlate that.
Yes, sir.
So 50 overs match, timings will be there. The same thing. So you should not be delayed. Delivery, right? That's very important. Next one. I move to next slide. Yeah. The primary duty of the agent in respect of the exchange of ISPS compliance code information between the vessel and the shore authorities is limited to correctly notifying the owner of the information required, the date by which it is required, and the address to which to be sent, right? If the agent is additionally required to pass the information, liability extended to include ensuring the information provided by the vessel is correctly launched with relevant shore authority within the required time limit. See that any failure by the agent to undertake these duties with utmost skill and care can render the agent liable for the loss incurred. See that. So we already discussed about the time and everything will be important for that. So we should follow that. Yeah. See this. What is ISPS code actually?
International Ship and Port Facility Security Code.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah. What is the role of that? What is the function of that ISPS?
Sir, it's a minimum security arrangement in ships and port.
Yeah. Minimum security arrangement.
The main role is safety.
Safety.
It's coming under SOLAS.
It comes under the
SOLAS.
Yeah. So great. Security.
Safety of life at sea.
Important role, right? Exchange of ISPS code compliance, information between vessel and the shore authorities, right? So very important things. He greatly told about that. So international ship and port facility security code plays an important role on that, right? Next one. Under no circumstances, however, is the agent held liable for the accuracy of the information provided by the owner, or if the owner fails to make the information available to the agent within the required limit of any other error or failure that may occur which is beyond the agent's reasonable control. Right? These remain at all times the responsibility of the owner. So various conditions, the owner is also responsible for that. So kindly note it down. I'll go to the next slide. Another 1 minute. Finished? I'll move next slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So kindly note down the already told about it. Kindly note down the important points for a better understanding. Right. Yes. Next conditions. The agent shall perform the vessel the services he undertakes to provide with due dispatch, but shall not be liable for any loss or damage arising from any delay, which it could not be reasonably prevented. Where the agent has spent time and incurred cost in anticipation of vessel's call, which is subsequently cancelled, right? Subsequently cancelled, or which the agent is not appointed, then the agent shall be reimbursed in respect of all time and cost reasonably incurred. The agent shall be discharged from all liability whatsoever to the owner, and unless suit is brought within 1 year of the act or default of which complaint is made. These conditions shall be governed by and considered in accordance with the laws of place mutually agreed by the parties, and any dispute arising out of or in connection with these conditions shall be referred to arbitration at the mutually agreed place, subject to the procedures applicable there. These conditions should prevail unless otherwise agreed between the parties. Yeah. To the extent that these conditions conflict the national law of the country the agent domicile, the national law shall prevail. So these are the port agency agreement and how it acts on that, everything becomes clear, right? So normally that's a delay, a damage, and any additional cost, everything should be um, properly monitored and minutely undertaken by both agents and the ship owners. Clear? Right. I think we'll move next slide. Okay. So what's the time now? Now is time is 9:50, right? We have another 5 minutes break. Then we come at 9:55, right? Okay. We have 5 minutes break. we'll proceed by 9:55. So we'll be at 9:55. Okay, fine. Thank you.